Hello, everyone. This is Psyche for Lovers. And thank you for joining me today. I am going to be talking about spiritual healing, cause, effect, and solutions. So again, thank you everyone for joining me today. So we're talking about a situation that I experienced years ago in my 20s. So my ex, which is my daughter's father, he cheated on me, and he ended up marrying the woman that he's with now. They have 5 children. And it wasn't as devastating as it would be for most people, because it wasn't as devastating as it would be for most people. For me, because at that time, I was not wanting the relationship so much. So I was ready to let go. So today we're going to talk about cause, effect, and solution. So the cause is a woman lives with her boyfriend for years. He cheats on her throughout the relationship, and he left her and married the woman he cheated on her with. So that's a very devastating feeling for most people. So now that is the cause. Again, the cause is a woman living with her boyfriend for years. He cheats on her throughout the relationship, and he ends up leaving her for another woman, and for the woman he cheated on her with. So that's the cause. Now, how could this affect her? This is the effect. How could this affect her? Self-esteem issues. So this can affect her where she'll have low self-esteem. She doesn't feel good about herself. She's not feeling confident. She's not feeling like she's lovable. So her self-esteem is very low. It can affect her with insecurity. She can feel really insecure. She has trust issues. So if she gets into another relationship, she's afraid that he's going to cheat on her. So she would be very paranoid when he goes out. She would say that if he wants to go out and hang out with his friends, she would believe that there might be other women there. If he comes home late from work, she would have a problem thinking that he's cheating on her. If he goes over his parents' house, she would be thinking there's another woman around. So it will cause a lot of insecurities. Negative self-image. So she would look at herself like there's something wrong with her. That maybe she's too fat. Maybe she's too skinny. Maybe she's too tall. Maybe she's too short. She would look at herself, maybe she's not pretty enough. Maybe, she's not appealing and attractive. So she would look at herself in a negative way, and she would think about maybe trying to change it, maybe getting plastic surgery, maybe, doing something really drastic to her body. So this will cause her to have negative self-images. Now, this one here is blaming herself and not making him accountable. Now, there is some ladies out there that will blame themselves for him cheating. They would say, oh, it was my fault because maybe I wasn't cooking for him every night the way he wanted. Or maybe I wasn't giving him enough sex, or wasn't giving the sex the way he wanted. Or maybe I wasn't dressing sexy enough. Or maybe I argued with him so much. So this caused him to want to cheat. And unfortunately, this is a thing that a lot of men would put in the woman's head by saying, well, I cheated because you did or you didn't do this. So this is what occurs when someone's been cheated on. They blame themselves and not the person. Abandonment issues. So it can cause the person to be afraid that this is going to happen to them again. So they're afraid to get in a relationship because they think that they're going to abandon them and leave them for somebody else. So it'll cause abandonment issues. It also causes them to be afraid to commit. So they're afraid because this will happen again. So they're afraid to commit. So this will cause them to not really get in a serious relationship. Self-sabotaging. So they would get into a relationship and they would think that that person is going to leave them and hurt them. So what they would do is sabotage the relationship. They'll do things that they know that will cause the person to want to break up with them. So they feel like they have control now of how the relationship goes because they can sabotage it and know that it's going to end. So, or they leave them with someone else. So why not sabotage the relationship under their control? It can cause them to make them angry, sad, and frustrated. So you can be a very angry person because you've been hurt and you have not healed. So you'll be angry and you're sad and depressed and very frustrated. So you can be so angry that somebody might say something and you just fly off the handle. You know, you're walking around with this sadness and this anger because of what happened. It can cause you to date unavailable men. So you will attract or you will be attracted to men that are unavailable, like men like who's been left and cheated on by their woman, and they're afraid to commit. So they're not available because they're not afraid. Sorry, because they are afraid and they're not ready to move on. Men that are married or in a serious relationship are unavailable, but you'll be one to be attracted to them, and you want to try to date them. So you'll be attracted to unavailable men. You'll be stuck in your past. You'll have a problem with moving forward. And so you'll stay stuck right there where the pain is. So you're afraid to open it up and allowing yourself to feel again, allowing yourself to move forward. So you're just stuck in that pain in that past. Obsessing over him and his wife. So now you're always trying to wonder what's going on with him and his wife. You want to know if she's making him happy, or is he unhappy in the marriage, or are they going to stay together, or are they going to break up and get a divorce? Are they having any children, or does he love her? So you'll be obsessing over the marriage. So these are the things that can affect a person that's been cheated on and left for another woman. So now we're going to talk about the healing solutions. So we're using this chair as an example. If you see this chair, it's a chair, but it looks like it's a little worn out, maybe a little beat up. The leather is peeling, the arms a little warped. So when you look at this chair, it's still a chair and you recognize that it's a chair. So let's talk about the chair. Before we go there is something that I want you to say to yourself. And I want you to say to yourself, y'all get a pen and paper, please. Very, very important to write this down. I want you to say to yourself, know this about thyself. You are beautiful. You are magnificent. You are perfect just the way you are. So know this about thyself. I am beautiful. I am magnificent. I am perfect just the way I am. So a chair is perfect just the way it is. No matter what condition is in, it's still a chair. And this chair is perfect. Why is it perfect? Because it's doing what it's supposed to do. What is the purpose of a chair? It is for someone to sit on it. This chair is very, very stern. So when you look at it, it's strong, it's stern, so it's perfect for its purpose, for someone to sit on. So it serves its purpose. It serves its purpose. You can make it more appealing. You can improve the look. So you can just reupholster it. You can paint the arms. You can make it look more attractive, but it still doesn't take away the fact that it's still a chair. So it still serves its perfect purpose. So it's still perfect. So remember, a chair, even though it might not be the most prettiest and gorgeous chair, it serves its purpose for someone to sit on it. So let's think about you as a chair. Let's say that this is you. This is the chair. You're kind of a little beat up inside. So, but this is you as a chair. So let's see you as a chair. Okay. So you exist here for a purpose. You exist here for a purpose. Okay. So you're perfect just the way you are. The universe does not make any mistakes. Understand that. They did not make any mistakes. Okay. So now, like the chair, you might be an emotional wreck inside, and you're feeling like the chair looks. So you're feeling really all messed up because you got really hurt. Right? Inside, you got all these emotions all over the place, and you're not really feeling happy, and you're feeling like the chair looks. But you are still perfect the way you are. Okay? All you need to know is how beautiful you really are. So you need to start working on the inside out to improve how you appear to yourself inside. So you work on the inside out to improve how you appear to yourself inside, and then it will reflect on the outside. Okay? You're doing wonderful, wonderful. Now, another issue we can talk about is anger issues. So we're going to talk about healing solutions from anger issues. Now, we are feeling beings. We are feeling beings. We are supposed to feel. So it's okay to be angry. It's perfectly okay to be angry. So you're supposed to feel all this anger because what happened, you're supposed to be upset, you're supposed to scream, you're supposed to do all that. So the key is not to hold on to it. That is the key. So it's okay to feel it, to voice it, find somebody to talk to your friends, talk to your family members, talk to a stranger. It does not matter. Find someone to talk to, and then find a way to release it and let it go. It's very important. Feel it and let it go. So if you do not feel it and let it go, it can cause a lot of problems. So anger that is not released will fester in our body and become toxic. So do you understand that? That's why you want to let it go, so it don't become toxic. Okay, it can cause illness, diseases, unhappiness, and depression. So you want to let this go so you don't become sick, because you don't want to be depressed, and you don't want to spend your life unhappy because of what somebody else did. It can cause you to become bitter and angry. So people that people who are choosing not to release their anger, they become very bitter, and it's very hard to be around people like that. And they become very angry, and they want to just, scream and just do all kinds of angry things because they are not centered. They have not worked on letting go and releasing their anger. It can show up in stubbornness. So you can be like, oh, I don't want to know anything. I don't want to learn anything. I know everything I need to know, and just control issues. And you're just very stubborn, so you don't move forward. So that's what anger can happen. It can stop you from moving forward. Like we talked about before, it'll stop you from moving forward. You stay stuck in the same place. You're not able to grow. You're not able to see a brighter future because you're so angry. So I want you to say this to yourself again, the pen and piece of paper, and write this down. This is your affirmation to help you release this anger. So I need you to say to yourself, I no longer give you control over my emotions. You got that? I no longer give you control over my emotions. I no longer give you control over my emotions. I am no longer upset with your choices. I am no longer upset with your choices. And my favorite part, thank you for showing me who you are. I love that, because if you show me who you are, then I know exactly how I want to handle the situation. Then I know if I want to stay, leave, whatever I, choose to do. I love when you show me who you are. It gives me better choices. I will now move forward and be open to someone who is on the same path as I. All right, let's do it again together. I no longer give you control over my emotions. I am no longer upset with your choices. Thank you for showing me who you are. I will now move forward and be open to someone who is on the same path as I. Perfect. Wonderful, guys. Let's move forward. The next healing solution that we're going to discuss is holding him accountable for his actions. So hold him accountable for his actions. Stop making excuses for his behavior. Now, there's ladies out there, y'all know who you are. Oh, yes, he did this because I wasn't giving him sex. I wasn't home. I'm always working. I wasn't available for him when he wanted me. I wasn't supportive, for his dreams. Stop making excuses for his behavior. He's a grown man and he made a choice. Stop blaming the other woman. Oh, this is a big one. I get women that talks about, oh, you know what? I hate that woman. I hate her. I hate that she cheating on my husband. Sorry. I hate him. I hate that. She's a gold digger, or she's a tramp, or she's a hoe. I hate that woman. Stop doing that. Stop that. Because that other woman, and I'm not talking about somebody that's a family member or a friend, I'm talking about you don't know this person from a can of paint. That other woman has nothing to do with you. She is not responsible for you. She is not responsible for what he does. He's the one that made the commitment. He's the one that married you. He's the one that made the serious commitment and y'all living together or whatever the case. He's the one that said, I want to be your man. And he's the one that's doing the cheating. So stop blaming her, because he's the one that has the responsibility and the commitment to you, not her. Stop blaming yourself for his cheating. Again, we're back to saying the same thing. Stop saying, well, I should have did this and I should have did this. And if I treated him like this, then he wouldn't have cheated. Those are the things that a man will tell you, that this is the reason why he cheats. So he won't become accountable for his actions. So do not allow him to do that. Let him be accountable for what he did. He doesn't want to own it. Stop believing he is the only man. Do not believe that there's no other man out there. There are plenty of men out there. So I know people say statistically there's more women than men, and this is true. I mean, I think the last time I heard statistically, it was like 11 women to one man. So, and I understand that when we look at 11 women to one man, we have to look at even less men available. So let's look at that. So we got the men that are not available are the ones that are already married, the ones that are already in a committed relationship, the ones that are gay, the ones that may be in a religious belief that they can't get married, like a priest, and the ones that are in jail. So that makes our margin even smaller. But then you need to look at the women. So don't look at that, oh, now it's even a smaller margin for all these women. You got women now, women that are married. So that takes them off the, off the list. Women that are in relationships, serious relationships, let's take them off the list. Women, well, there's not that many in jail, but we can put jail if you want to. Women that are gay, okay? And also, the main thing I want to say is the women that are not ready, the ones that are fearful to commit to relationships. So those are the ones that are not really attracting anybody because they're too afraid. So the ones that are not ready, they're fearful, the ones that are sabotaging the relationship. So these are women that are not really ready for relationships. So that knocks our margin down even more. So the ones that are ready, who did the work and are ready, then you have still men available for them. The ones that are not ready, they're not going to meet anybody, or their relationship, they're not going to get into any relationship. Stop thinking you want him back. Now you have to think about this now. You're sitting there pining, he's already married, and you're wanting him back and thinking that he should be coming back, wanting them to break up. Don't do that, because that's going to cause you a lot of pain and heartbreak. Besides, he cheated on you. You want him back so he can do the same thing he did before. You don't want that cycle of being left and be cheated on, and he gets into new relationships and then come back to you. Stop thinking you can't move on without him. No, you can. You can move on without him, without a doubt. He's not the only man in the world, and you was moving on without him before he even existed. You had a life. And then after he leaves, you're still going to have a life. So do not think that he's the only man in the world. There are plenty of men out there. And so don't think you can't move on without him. You can. You can definitely move on without him. Stop believing you messed up the relationship, and that's why he cheated. Don't believe that. Don't believe that you've messed up the relationship so bad that he goes out and starts cheating on you, and then gets another woman and marry her. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you could do to cause someone to cheat on you and do what he did. So don't believe there's anything you did that caused the relationship to mess up that bad that this man goes and cheat on you. Don't believe that at all. Stop believing no one else wants you. Oh my goodness. There's always somebody out there. Always. You see like the 600-pound woman in the shows, and they have a man. They have somebody in there cooking them food, bringing their food, washing them up. A lot of them have men. So there's somebody for everybody. You can see a woman that maybe not attractive in the face, so to speak, but she still have a man by her arm. There's always somebody out there, and there's always someone that's going to want you. So don't believe that nobody wants you. Stop pining over a cheater. Okay, he cheated. Why are you wasting your energy and time crying over someone who's not only cheated, he left you and got married to another woman? No, you need to heal yourself and move on and find someone who's going to love and appreciate you for who you are. So stop pining over a cheater. Now, what I want you to do, again, write this down, guys. I want you to take a breath and say to yourself, I no longer give you power over my feelings. Let's do that again. I no longer give you power over my feelings. I hold you accountable for all you have done. I hold you accountable for all you have done. And I know that I deserve someone who will love and respect me. And that is not you. All right, let's do it again. Let's do it together. Now, I no longer give you power over my feelings. I hold you accountable for all you have done. And I know that I deserve someone I deserve someone who will love and respect me. And that is not you. Okay? I no longer give you power over my feelings. I hold you accountable for all you have done. And I know that I deserve someone who will love and respect me. And that is not you. Very good. Very good. Excellent, guys. Let's move on. So the solution here, this healing solution here, is about obsessing over him and his wife. So we're going to talk about that. Obsessing over him and his wife. Stop worrying if he is happy or unhappy with his wife or girlfriend. Don't sit there worrying about what's going on with them. Is he happy? Is he making him happy? Is he unhappy in their marriage? Is they going to be together if they're not going to be together? Don't do that, because that's only going to make you unhappy and not able to move on, because you're still focusing on him. Stop wanting them to break up and get a divorce. Stop sitting there saying, well, he left me, he cheated on me and left me, and he's with this woman. I don't want him to be successful. I want him to break up. I want him to get a divorce. I want him to be unhappy. Don't do that. Stop wanting him to mess up the relationship. So he messed up your relationship, so you're feeling and thinking that he's going to mess up the next relationship. So stop putting so much time and energy on the fact that he's messing up or he's going to mess up. Don't do that. Stop worrying if she is going to catch him cheating. So you need not to worry about if he is going to cheat on her and then she catches him, because even if she catches him, you don't know if that's going to lead to a breakup. She might tolerate a lot of this. She might not like it, but she might stay married. So stop worrying about her catching him cheating. And stop wanting him to feel the pain, because you feel pain and you were hurt by what he did. Don't invest your time and energy on wanting him to be feeling pain and wanting him to be unhappy. Don't do that. And I'll tell you why. Because there's a beautiful thing called karma. Okay? And everyone gets it. So there's good karma and there's bad karma. So good karma is things that we want, things that we enjoy, things that we receive and makes us happy. Okay? Bad karma is things that we don't want, things that we don't like, things that we don't enjoy, and things that we receive doesn't make us happy. So if he hurt you, okay, so if he hurt somebody or he hurts you, he's going to get his karma. So people who hurt people are going to feel bad karma. So he'll get his karma. So you don't need to worry about. So people who do good things for other people, they get positive karma. He's going to get what we call negative karma. So there's nothing you have to do. Okay? Nothing you have to do. You don't need to obsess over that, because he will get it. When he gets it, it really is not important. He will get it. And I'll give you an example of this guy I dated a few years back. So before I met him, he was in a marriage for about 20 years. They own a house. During that marriage, he had cheated on the wife about a lot, and he had 5 children outside the marriage. He didn't have any children with her. She ended up getting breast cancer and she passed away. So he's still living a good life. By the time I met him, he was single. He's living a good life. But he was going through something with his house. He was about to lose his house. It was too expensive. He couldn't keep up with the bills and stuff. So anyway, make a long story short, he ended up selling his house, but his daughter, that estranged daughter, she put the house in her name because he wanted that to, for her to sell it so he doesn't jeopardize his, I guess, his pension or Social Security. So she put the house in his name. She sold the house and she kept the money. She kept every penny. And so he ended up moving in with his son, living in the attic. And from there, he was extremely unhappy. He had a couple of heart attacks. I'm not saying, the heart attacks are part of it, but it was part of his unhappiness. So he got his karma back. He truly got his karma back. And then he might be still getting part of it. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in years. But anyway, I know he wasn't doing too well at that time. So you don't have to do anything. You do not have to do anything. So here's what I want you to say. Say, he made a choice it's his loss. Okay? He made a choice. It's his loss. He did not see my full potential. He did not see my full potential. He did not honor and love me the way I deserve. I am creating a better version of me in the absence of you. I'm creating a better version of me in the absence of him, while I am attracting someone that mirrors my energy. Okay, again, let's do this again. He made a choice. It is his loss. He did not see my full potential. He did not honor and love me the way I deserve. I am creating a better version of me in the absence of him, while I am attracting someone that mirrors my energy. Very good. So right now I'm going to do a little reading on, let's see, first question. Does this resonate with the viewers? So we're going to see, does this resonate with some of the viewers? Okay. All righty, I'll tell you what I get. So I'll tell you. So the energy is, yes, it does. When people see this, it's going to resonate with them. It feels like they have been cheated on. They have been left and abandoned. They got abandonment issues. There's still some hurt. They're still trying to control the way they think, but they're having a hard time thinking positive. There's still a conflict within them, and they're still emotional around this man. So they say, yes, it resonates with some of the viewers. Okay, let's see what the next question is. What is the energy around this situation? So let's see what we get with that. Okay. So I get that it makes them resonate again about what happened in the past. And they look at, I feel like the energy around it is looking at what they lost, like financial loss, emotional loss, but it feels like what they lost. And I feel like the betrayal of moving on. So the energy is that they are resonating. They are thinking back on what happened. And some of them are feeling trapped in that emotion. They can't move forward. They're stuck there. But I feel like this might give them a little guidance, because it feels like they needed some tools and help to move forward, you know, emotionally. And I feel like they want to have another relationship. They want to get married. They want to do it again. Okay. See what the next question is. How can she heal from this situation? And when I say she, I'm looking at the energy surrounding the viewers. Okay. Well, they say she can start doing the work. That's what it feels like. Just kind of coming across this video would help them a lot, because I feel like they would get some positive thinking from that, you know, that they think that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So it feels like, you know, a lot of them is going to want to love again. So they're going to want to do the work. So it feels like, yeah, some of them will, and some will do for a little while and stop. So it does feel like the healing can start once they start doing the work. Okay, and let's see. Will she do the work? Okay, let's check and see. I think we answered that, but we're going to see again. We're talking about the energy around the viewers. They say, yeah, to your surprise, they will do some work. Again, it feels like some will do it and some will start. Some will feel like that there's nothing they can do. This is the way it is. But I feel like, yes, a lot of them will do the work, and that's great. That's wonderful to hear. So thank you very much, my lovelies. I just want to share this with you. I would like y'all to like, share, follow, and subscribe. So my website is Psychic for Lovers, and that's where I do psychic readings and life coaching. Instagram, you can follow me there. YouTube, you can go on YouTube where you're at and just like, share, and subscribe and let people know what I do. And then I also teach tarot. I have a website that's Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/tarot, as easy as 1, 2, 3. And it's a simple way to learn tarot. It's free and low subscription membership. So thank you for watching. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.